Normally, I really don't make these statements, but minds change, people go through cycles, and one thing I would like to say, even though I hate it on Black Ops 3, even though I did not like Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I thought that the new Modern Warfare, the gameplay presentation that they showed off yesterday, showing off people getting shot up in night vision goggles, I thought that was pretty good. I think this game is shaping up to be pretty good. There's a lot of cool customization options. It looks like they directly pulled some things from Rainbow Six Siege. It looks like they're directly taking some stuff as well from, the entire premise of multiple players jumping in, jumping out, hundreds of players, and ground war. They also have vehicles now, so that was very reminiscent of Battlefield as well. I think this new COD could be a great multiplayer offering in October, and honestly, how I'm feeling about this is I think this is needed. I think we need some multiplayer value in the mix because there hasn't been a lot of multiplayer games impressing me lately. But going back on topic, back on the subject on this video, there are a lot of people having this anti-war propaganda against Call of Duty Modern Warfare for being quote unquote realistic. People, I think you need to calm the fuck down and think about some of the things you're saying on this subject. You're saying that white phosphorus, this chemical that burns people up when they inhale it, you're saying this is a problem, it shouldn't be in the game. Why is the game advocating for this when the Call of Duty developers came out and body all you people saying that we had nukes, we had all this stuff that was in actual war? You should be aware of this. No one complained about it then. You are complaining about it now. This game is supposedly going to depict a lot of gruesome scenes involving, well, I don't know like the full details, but I know there is one involving a woman who is holding a child that pulls a gun on the people there, on the Marines there. There are suicide bombers supposedly. There are a lot of graphic scenes. There might be some implications of child soldiers. And to this I say, bring it on. I do enjoy the realism showing this is a gritty situation. War is not pretty. As Metal Gear Solid once aptly stated, war is ugly, and this is the battlefield. The battlefield has all these implications of people getting bombed, innocent people dying in the process who probably didn't have anything to do with war. This is how war is depicted. This is why people have PTSD from getting injuries, or PTSD from seeing shit that is really hardcore, from making the hard call in order to survive. It is survival of the fittest in war. And I don't know why there's this anti-war propaganda. Oh, this is stuff we don't want to see. The reality is the truth hurts people. They don't want to see the truth, even though a lot of people are pining for realism in this regard. You want realistic things in your video games, you want realistic storytelling, you're getting it, and now you are shying away from the entire prospect because the truth hurts. You can't understand that the truth is real with war, that some people do some really fucked up things on the battlefield, but they're fighting for their country, they're fighting for their own beliefs. There are terrorism issues that come into other countries. People get bombed, innocent people die. It's not the most pretty thing. It is a saddening thing to see a population entirely scarred by a horrific event, but that is terrorism, that is war, and people come in and they fight to gain some sort of authority there. At the end of the day, despite the realistic adaptations of real life war, this is all gaming entertainment under a fictional space. So why does it bother you that much to see some realistic depictions in a video game? This all reminds me of the No Russian incident, where apparently that scene was so controversial that there's a filter now to cut it off because some people can't handle it. I know there are going to be like those people out there that just can't really take it, but you have to understand, at least in the context of this, at least in the context of them using realism, you are playing a video game where nothing is hurting you. It's not really hurting you to experience these scenes. It might be hard for some people to take in, but I don't want this stuff removed away, because if it's removed, that would be shying away from the subject matter. That would be shying away from the storytelling with these gritty aspects. So I think people should stop complaining about the propaganda and how the war is handled in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Just sit there and play your games. Just sit there and only play the multiplayer if you really feel that way, that you can't handle a very dark and a very telling story of how war is depicted between people in differing nations. I'm sure if you just sat back and give it a chance, you would be readily surprised at some of the stuff that you would be intrigued into. I think that war games actually made me check out war documentaries, checking out things in the past, history class, World War II, all the stuff they taught you. It really gets you invested into the subject. And once again, I want to honor our veterans of the United States of America. You are doing a splendid job. Keep it up. Thank you so much for your defense. Thank you so much for defending us. And I don't have the words for it. I cannot thank you guys enough for your services and what you do. And honestly, like I said, even war veterans themselves, they say that this stuff happens, this stuff is accurate, and they sort of have this consulting crew of people who's been veterans, who's been in this shit, that actually says, yeah, this happens, go ahead and show it, because this raises awareness, and I don't think that people understand when this happens. So yeah, I want to put this video out there about the whole drama controversy of some people saying, oh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it just really makes all this war propaganda and is really stupid and gruesome and realistic, and we don't like that. Show that stuff in the game to me, please, because if that merits good storytelling, if that merits how it changes your main character over time due to the horror of war, then that's great storytelling. I seen it in Full Metal Jacket. I seen it with some of the very psychotic visions that you see in Jacob's Ladder, and that added to the horror of the situation. I love this stuff being integrated in Spec Ops: The Line. It was great. It showed that, does the player really want mindless violence all the time in a video game? Do they actually enjoy killing? And when the situation gets hard and when the going gets tough, the people who are playing the game, they feel some type of emotion. They feel sick. They feel disgusted. They feel dirty that they actually made a decision. They went all gung-ho and decided to bomb a village because they thought the enemy was there, only to find out that it's a group of innocents and it's a group of people defending their children who had nothing to really do with the entire skirmish. And it really makes you feel disgusted, and that's how war should make a character feel within that context of the plot. This is one of the things that I really liked about Spec Ops: The Line, because they really called on player morality. A lot of people glamorize killing in a digital confine, in a digital space. While you might not be getting hurt by it, you have to really understand, does killing really make you feel good in any sort of space? And it really called on that notion with the loading screens, and it called on that notion with the decisions that you make in the game, for better or worse, and it really just gets more worse over time as that game progresses. Violence in war is a thing that never really should be glamorized, but it is very glamorized in a video game confine. And I think we really need that shakeup of making the player or the main character feel sick and making them feel some sort of way where they are questioning their actions. That is good storytelling. That is something immersive. That is something that makes us think. I like video game stories that makes us think about what we're doing. Is it really justified that we're doing this? Are we really the hero? Do we really deserve the chance of redemption as this player character? I like that notion a lot. If gruesome subject matter is really not for you, just don't buy it. All you're doing really by talking about it is adding more controversy, more fuel to the fire, and it just makes me want to buy the game even more. When I see controversy and I see a great game behind it, it makes me want to put down my $60 for once. It makes me want to put down my $60 and get COD and enjoy it. Hopefully, I know I had my issues with yearly COD, but this is probably going to be the exception. And honestly, Modern Warfare is looking great. I need something to play because Rainbow Six Siege is not doing it for me anymore. I think once I get my platinum, if I ever get my platinum, I'm gonna bail out and enjoy Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So what do you guys think about the video? Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about the anti-war propaganda going on with Modern Warfare? Sound off in the comments below. Let me know, do you enjoy realism in your war experience, or do you enjoy a more watered down interpretation? Do you enjoy just Splatoon, a Splatoon like video game where people are getting shot with ink guns, water guns, etc.? Are the realistic notions of war in the video game too much to handle for you? Sound off, let me know, and once again, take care. Thank you for coming by for this discussion. It didn't max out 10 minutes, but hey, I am happy with it. I have enjoyed the result, and I wanted to talk about this and touch up on my feelings. Once again, the multiplayer looked great, dude. I really enjoyed the whole theme that they had with Metallica's Enter Sandman, and that trailer that came on during the first few minutes. Oh, fuck, that was fucking great. Hey, I actually might max out 10 minutes. I have to just talk about something. Outro, titties are good. I mean, titties are great. Titties are fantastic. Titties are lovable. They're floppable, adorable, and they look good on any cute chick. Yeah, I think that would max out my outro to 10 minutes. I made it, boys. We'll see you guys later. Peace out. We're gonna watch Evo. We're gonna probably do some Resident Evil 3 later, and hopefully you come around and enjoy it. See you later.